So you can see the water's cleared up quite a bit. It's clear enough that you can see the fish from up here. Nighttime is something else. When pond lights come on, it's just, I try to take a couple videos of it, but my phone won't capture any kind of low light condition at all, even with, like, you know, the flash on. It's really a shame because it's just something incredible being here at night. So the reason why koi are good for a pond is that they're in the carp family. They're like a river fish. So they'll actually swim around and just nibble at the rocks and pick up rocks, suck the algae off them. They actually will nibble at the lights at nighttime, and they'll clean the lights off. They're almost like one of those aquarium sucker fish. So half the reason why the pond is actually as clear as it is because of the koi. And then also, you know, they're cleaning up all the bugs and everything in the pond. Keeps the water nice and clean, especially if you want to swim. So, you know, my wife had said that she didn't really want to swim if there was fish in there. But now she actually probably likes the fish more than me. We come out here and just watch the fish at night, and it's really, really fun. Like, we'll watch the fish for an hour. It's actually really incredible how enjoyable it is to just sit out and watch the fish. Max is barking at his shadow. But you can see it's really, really cleared up. The wetland filter's starting to work. So all the plants are getting bigger, the roots are getting further in, and they're cleaning the pond as the water gets pushed up from the underneath, up through there. So back at the wood chip pile, I want to show you what a good pile of chips looks like. So this is what I want to see. Lots and lots of leaves in there, lots of twigs, all right, lots of sticks, lots of green. Right, it's hot, man. Okay, so the Pawpaw just finished putting flowers on. I'm actually videotaping this for myself just as much as for you guys, because I want to see where the flowers are, and I can come back and check for fruit set. So for pawpaws, it's an interesting tree. It's a North American local native tree, and it's in the papaya family. It's kind of like mangoes, but pawpaws had kind of traveled south during the glacial melts and like the ice age, and then this one here, just as big or bigger than that one, and it has one flower. That is all. So I'm not too optimistic on pawpaws this year. I can hand pollinate that with the one over there, but to be honest, it probably isn't going to happen. Okay, so one unintentional consequence of building the pond, cleaning up the kitchen at night, having a conversation or trying to with the family, and like, do you hear this?
I know. You saw that one too. It's really nice. That's like we all.
I had to load. Like, I rode him.
We must never come back here again.
He wants to be their friend. They don't want to be his.
Yeah, he's so nice. He just.
Oh really?
He wants to be friends. Kyla likes him,
so what,
but the older one doesn't because she's being very possessive.
So what do you mean?
Baby.
Like, what do they do to each other?
She just comes over and stomps her feet and screams at us.
Wheels.
So you can't have them together?
Oh yeah, he's only been here for a week, so they're just getting used to each other still. She's a lot better today than she was at the beginning of the week.
Right.
Yeah, before she'd like just walk over.
So I would imagine. Soon we'll be able to. Just go get some trees rubbing into.
Go with Julia. Go get the trees. Go.
Go into the stinky barn.
Jody, can you get the fan out of the way?
Julia can't.
Never mind, she did. It was plugged into the ceiling.
So the food forest is getting pretty wild. I haven't mowed in here, partly because I've been so busy, and partly because look at all these awesome clover flowers that the bees are going crazy on, and I kind of don't want to mow it yet. And the longer I do this, the more I love a wild look. So I know this is probably really wild, but I really enjoy walking through here and just feeling like it's untouched. So I'll probably come in here and mow this and clean it up and make it look all pretty and nice. But it's interesting seeing the clovers fighting with the strawberries at the edge. Let's see what else we've got going on. What else is new? Yeah, everything else is pretty much how it was. Lovage is popping up. We'd cleared off some of the comfrey to let the lovage up, and look at the comfrey. I guess that's what I can show you. I can show you how that comfrey wall has responded. So let's just pop down over there. You can see we've got some volunteer something, some kind of maybe pumpkin or something. So that comfrey wall that I cut, yeah, it's back. Isn't that nuts? So this I'll let it flush out and really get some photosynthesis going, kind of strengthen itself. I'm picking the flower heads off, so you see there's not too many flower heads. I've been picking them off. And this is because I want them focusing on leaves and roots. So I'll just pick them if I'm out here. If I'm not, no big deal. Maybe I'll put a couple more in here and I'll border the rest of it here. This apple and raspberry patch, you can see it's really filling out. It gets so thick. And in the fall, you know, I'd cut it back. It was just basically a couple sticks. It looked like there's like 10 sticks in here. But we should get a lot of raspberries. And then now it's just, you can't even see through it. So we're coming up on raspberry. Strawberries are all full of flowers. So raspberry, strawberry season is upon us. And pretty soon, should be some hascaps turning blue. Well, most of them are still underripe. Some of my other bushes have a little more sun. Remember, sun ripens fruit, so the sunnier the spot is, the sooner it will both wake up, flower, as well as turn and set fruit, and then ripen fruit especially. And the more sun you have, the sweeter the fruit will actually be. So it's really important that you put your fruit trees out in the sunny spots. So you can see this one here is a little better sun, and you can see we've got some hascaps. Come on, focus. So that is a hascap. Now for those of you who are just starting with hascaps, hascaps will turn blue very, very quickly, and they're actually not ready yet. So you can like kind of sometimes feel them when they're ready. They're ready when they're super, super squishy. So as you let it sit there, it'll ripen. I don't know if they ripen off the plants if you pick them. Some fruit will ripen off the plant, some fruit will stay however it is at the moment that it's picked. I don't know which way hascap is, but I do know that if I leave them on the plant for probably about 3 weeks after they turn blue, they start to sweeten up quite a bit. But they're still good when they're sour for jam, but just for fresh eating, they're quite sour right now. I like a sour fruit, but they are extremely sour right now. So it's funny, some of this growth is fairly new. And then this one looks super stressed. It's all the same plant, but this part of the plant, super stressed from very, very heavy prunings that I did. This part of the plant, super duper happy. And it looks like it's because it's all fresh new growth. So this plant will bounce back, but this plant, you can see I stool mounded it, and I left quite a bit of it in there still because I was very disruptive pulling this. I planted some sugar snap peas to kind of wind up through it. But I left this just to make sure that it survived. So this one plant was, you know, full plant, but it turned into at least 20-30 plants. So I put hascaps everywhere. Like for example, I've got a hascap in here. Yeah, so it's doing well. So this was a cutting from it, and it's doing well here, right at the bottom of this apple tree here, and the raspberries with a currant right next to it, and there's another hascap here. You know, sometimes they're kind of hard to see until they get up and big and start filling in some spots. So that one plant is looking stressed, but it turned into so many hascap plants. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Quick little update video, and I'll see you next time. it.